What's up, YouTube? It's Love and Liberty coming to you from the heart of Boulder at Chautauqua Park. Let's get straight to the heart of this message. Why do so many people feel the need to minimize and downplay Deion Sanders and what he's doing at Colorado? Why do they feel the need to diminish Shador and Travis and all of our talented players? Why are there so many who can't just acknowledge his greatness without adding some kind of qualifier? It's not just about football. It's not just about the game. This is about a man who walks in his truth, a man who carries himself with confidence and pride, and that triggers people deeply. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, is the embodiment of success, confidence, and charisma. And to many people, that's intimidating. When someone like Prime steps into a space with that much swagger, that much self-assurance, it makes insecure people feel small. So what do? They try to make him small. They try to downplay his victories, question his methods, and move the goalposts every time he achieves something remarkable. Anytime he achieves something that they said he couldn't do. Instead of giving him credit, they try to put him in a box that they can control. Here's the thing. It's the thing about confidence. When you're comfortable in your own skin, when you believe in yourself, you trigger those who aren't. Deion walks into every room knowing exactly who he is. He's got that unshakable confidence that only comes from years of success on the field, in business, and in life. And that kind of confidence makes some people uncomfortable. Why? Because it reflects back at them everything they don't have. It's like holding up a mirror to their insecurities. People who struggle with self-doubt can't stand to see someone who isn't afraid to stand tall, who isn't afraid to say, I am great and I know it. Instead of working on themselves, they focus their energy on tearing him down. They say he's arrogant, but that's just projection. What they're really saying is, I wish I could be that sure of myself, but I'm not. So I'm just going to criticize him instead. They try to diminish Deion because they're not capable of stepping into their own greatness. So instead of rising up, they pull others down. Let's talk about the way they constantly move the goalposts when it comes to Coach Prime and the CU Buffs. It doesn't matter what he or the team accomplishes, they will always try to find a way to make it seem smaller, less significant. Remember last season? In his first year, inheriting a team with one win the previous year that was irrelevant in their own town, people immediately started calling him a circus, a clown show, a disaster in the making. They said no one would want to come play for Coach Prime, that he couldn't build a serious program. When Dylan Edwards, Cormani McLean, and Alton McCaskill and others left the program, what did the critics say? They scoffed. They dismissed the entire program as hype. They said those players were making great decisions leaving Coach Prime and no other good players would come. And then when they flipped Jordan Seaton and he said what he said in his interviews, what did they say? Oh, he's not that good. He won't play. He's not going to make an impact. They ignored all the other game-changing signings like Chidozie, Okunlola, Deion Hayes, Will Shepherd, DJ McKinney, Anquan Barnes, BJ Green, and so many others who have made this team deeper and stronger. But instead of acknowledging that, they just brush it off because giving credit would mean admitting they were wrong. And what about these so-called YouTube experts? These pundits with 6-figure subscriber counts who couldn't throw a Nerf football 15 yards if their lives depended on it. These guys out here calling Colorado an AAU team? Matt B. Great, Matt B. Diddy, said Colorado's an AAU team before the UCF game. He said the O-line, I can't believe I'm quoting this, but I have to quote this. This grown man with 6-figure subscribers said the CU O-line, who our 4th string would pick him up and throw him over this mountain behind me. He said they were, quote, doo-doo butt cheeks. As if that kind of middle school commentary means anything. And here's what's crazy. When they're proven wrong, and let's be honest, they've been proven wrong over and over and over again. They don't apologize, not seriously. They don't own up to it. They don't say, you know what, I misjudged this team. I underestimated Deion Sanders. Nope. They just keep it moving like they were never wrong. They have no shame. They have no credibility and zero accountability. These are the same people who couldn't block an 8th grader. They couldn't catch a Nerf football if you handed it to them. But they're convinced, they have convinced their audiences somehow that they're experts. And the worst part, their followers eat it up, never holding them accountable. That's the game they play. Tear someone down, never own up when you're wrong, and keep feeding the same tired narrative, and it's embarrassing. Let's not even get started on how they downplay what it means to be coached by Hall of Famers. They act like being coached by some of the greatest to ever play the game isn't a massive advantage. But we know better. When you're coached by someone like Deion, Warren Sapp, T.O., Coach Mathis, it's not just about the X's and O's. Coach Lodeholt, sorry, I forgot you in there. I'm forget all the coaches. But when you're coached by people who've done it at the highest level, it's about the mindset, the mentality, the belief that you can achieve greatness because you're learning from someone who already has. They've done it all. They've played at the highest level, won championships, and earned the respect of their peers. Their peers. They've earned the respect of their peers. So when they tell their players how to run a route or maintain their discipline or work harder, the players know it's not just theory talking, it's experience. And that's something most other coaches cannot offer. These other coaches might know the game, but they haven't lived it and dominated it like Prime has. That's why his players go harder for him. That's why they trust him, because he's been where they want to go. And the haters can't stand it. They can't compete with it. So what do? They diminish it. They try to act like it doesn't matter. They don't talk about it. They ignore it. That's the elephant in the room. And the truth is, it matters more than they will ever admit. Let's break down why these haters have become so obsessed with tearing Deion down. It's not about football. It's about power dynamics, jealousy, and fear. When you see someone like Prime, who's not only successful, but unapologetically confident, it shakes people to their core. They're used to people playing small, especially when they come from underrepresented backgrounds. They're used to people staying in their lane, not taking up too much space, not making too much noise, not drawing too much attention. But Prime, he's breaking all those rules. He's loud, he's proud, and he's doing it his way. And that terrifies the wrong people. It terrifies them because they know they could never be that bold, that confident, that sure of themselves. So what do? They diminish him. They try to make him smaller so they can feel bigger. They try to tear him down because they can't handle what he represents. Success without apology, greatness without compromise. You've seen what they say. Quote from Twitter: just because they can ball doesn't mean they don't act like jackasses, they say. Or how about tell Prime to stop talking smack like he's Nick Saban and nobody would hate the program. They think this is about braggadocio. They think this is about hype, but it's not. It's about Deion bringing swagger, style, and a whole new energy to the game. He's showing people that you can be yourself, be confident, and still win. They say things like, CU is a victim of its own hype, as if that's some kind of valid critique. What they really mean is, I don't want to admit that Deion Sanders is winning because that would mean I have to face my own failures. They want to downplay what's happening because they don't want to admit they were wrong. And that's why they keep moving the goalposts, because admitting they were wrong would mean admitting that Deion Sanders is as great as he says he is. And they can't handle that truth. Here's the most important part. No matter how much they try to downplay what's happening, no matter how much they try to minimize or trivialize Deion's accomplishments, they can't stop this movement. And that's because of you. The people who support this team, who believe in this journey, who see the greatness in Deion Sanders and aren't afraid to say it. You're the ones who make it possible. The people who support good people. So to everyone who's riding with the Buffs, thank you. Your love, your support, your belief, that's what keeps the whole train moving. And to the young people out there, take note. Confidence is not arrogance. Believing in yourself is not something to be ashamed of. It's something to embrace. Don't let haters make you shrink. Don't let their insecurities make you question your greatness. Stand tall, be proud of who you are, and keep pushing forward. Let the critics say whatever they want. Let them move the goalposts. Because while they're busy trying to tear good people down, good people are busy winning. Good people are busy proving them wrong. And we're going to keep doing it together. Let's go Buffs.